The Modi-led government's Make in India campaign aims to increase the share of manufacturing in India's GDP from 16% to 25% by 2022. This has inspired mutual funds to launch schemes to benefit from this initiative. Birla Sun Life has launched an open-ended manufacturing equity fund that will invest specifically in manufacturing companies. But is this fund suitable for your portfolio? Shrikant Meenakshi, co-founder and chief operating officer at fundsindia.com, joins us to help demystify this product. Thanks, Shrikant, for joining us. My first question to you is that the Birla Sun Life Manufacturing Equity Fund is banking on the Make in India push of the Modi government. Before we get into specifics of that fund, do you overall believe in this investment philosophy?
India is moving towards or in the process of having an economic recovery. And what happens in an economic recovery, even without such a campaign, is manufacturing sector companies get re-rated because, you know, demand goes higher, their capex, the capex goes higher, and capacity utilization becomes higher, and so on. And of course, there is a Make in India campaign, active campaign that is being pursued by the government also. So the combination of these two has a pretty decent chance of working, and this theme at this point of time is a pretty interesting theme to go to the market with.
So given that this focus on manufacturing is not something that is likely to yield immediate results, one should invest in this fund only with a long-term horizon?
Specifically for this fund, you could say that the performance of the stocks will start showing only after earnings start reflecting the underlying economic recovery and the Make in India theme, Make in India campaign success, and so on.
There are as many as 22 different sectors, including defensive like pharma and also metals, auto, etc., that this fund will invest in. So that would really give the fund manager a lot of leeway, and I would think that portfolio construction for the fund manager might actually become that much more challenging.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a very good point. Portfolio construction and stock selection will be critical for the success of this particular fund. 22 different sectors. I mean, there are 22 different sectors in the manufacturing segment itself, and practically that makes it a kind of a diversified fund in itself. And beyond that, even they have a 20% leeway in terms of being able to go outside the ambit of this manufacturing segment and invest in allied segments as well, allied sectors as well. So there's a lot of leeway for the fund manager to manage this fund, and this, one could even say, you know, this is a fairly diversified fund with a thematic focus.
So what are the potential risks, in your opinion, for an investor that one should be aware of before investing in a new fund such as this one?
Well, like all new funds, we don't have any track record for evaluating the performance of a fund manager and evaluating how this fund is going to do in the future. So that is an inherent risk in any new fund offer that an investor considers. And along with it, like I said, you know, there are certain sectors that are going to be out of bounds, so to say, for the fund manager of this fund, like the IT sector, which could do very well in the upcoming years, but that is something that this fund is not going to be able to take an exposure to. Also, banking and financial sector, that is also kind of outside the ambit of this particular fund.
If an investor believes in this investment philosophy and is keen to have a manufacturing specific fund in his portfolio, would you recommend a thematic fund or this kind of a diversified manufacturing equity fund?
Well, it's a spectrum, right? I mean, you have very focused thematic funds like IT funds, FMCG funds, and pharma funds, and all that stuff, or practically sector funds, so to say. And then you have these thematic funds which are more diversified, but still cannot call itself totally diversified. For a regular retail long-term investor who is just coming into mutual funds or something like that, we'd any day recommend diversified funds.
The NFO did quite well, mopped up close to around 800 crores. So this, of course, is a high-risk investment, but do you think the upside could also be substantial?
Well, that's a very interesting question, because, you know, we went and looked at some numbers when this NFO came out and looked at the performance of the manufacturing segment in the BSE S&P 500 index, and what we found was positively surprising, in the sense that if you look at the 3-year, 5-year, 10-year period, the manufacturing segment has outperformed the broad index. Yes, guardedly optimistic that the upside is there for such a fund to tap into.
I understand you don't have a recommendation on this fund, Shrikant, since it has no track record. But in your view, where should this fit into one's portfolio?
For an investor who is tracking the political, economic climate of this country, who is tracking sectors in the economy and feels positive that this Make in India campaign is going to do well, or the underlying economic recovery story is going to really play out well, for people who think that these things are going to happen and want to be part of these up moves in the market, so to say, definitely a small exposure to this fund, like say 5 to 10% of their portfolio exposure to this fund, will definitely whet their appetite in terms of making sure that they don't miss the boat. For others, they'd probably be better off going to diversified equity funds that nevertheless takes a healthy exposure to the manufacturing segment.
Thanks, Shrikant, very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of Wealth Manager. We'll be back next week with a brand new set of investment ideas. Until then, if you have any queries or comments, do write into us on wealthmanager@bloombergtvindia.com. For all the episodes of Wealth Manager and expert opinions, log on to btvin.com/wealthmanager. Thanks for watching.